I used to be so heavily, you know what I'm saying, with recaps, you know what I'm saying, a lot to you. But what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Willie Silly, man, aka Mr. Take It Easy. Or you end up like Beezy. Make sure you follow my Twitch, man. Subscribe to my second channel. Everything you know about your boy Jay. It's in the description down below for all my new subscribers and new viewers. If y'all do want to go watch every single movie reaction that I have done, it is in a playlist section, you know what I'm saying? I've done 2 movie recaps, you know what I'm saying, yesterday. But, man, these movie recaps, man, you know what I'm saying? I used to love them when in my old channel, man. I used to love them, bro. They used to get a lot of views, too. You know what I'm saying? It was just something about them. I like movies. I like series. Like I said, for me, I am on a series now, Hell's Kitchen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm watching Hell's Kitchen, you know, with Gordon Ramsay. So I'm on a series right there. I still got to finish Son of Anarchy. I got to finish a lot of series, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't really be having time to tune into every series. I got to finish Prison Break. I got to finish The Sopranos. I got to finish so many, bro. I got to finish Lost. I got to get started with Homeland. You know, I'm like, good God, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, he protected his sister for 6 years in a zombie apocalypse. You know what I'm saying? The movie is called Uncontained. If anybody wants to look up this movie, it's called Uncontained. It just came out in 2025, matter of fact.
Completely overrun by zombies, where the deadly zombie virus had been spreading for 6 long years. Yet this brother and sister had managed to survive inside a lonely mansion, proving resilience and survival strength that not everyone possessed, because the dangers they faced were far greater than our imagination. As not long ago, a young couple had driven up to that same mansion, and when the brother named Jim stepped out holding what looked like a toy gun, the man directly asked him where his parents were, but Jim remained silent and gave no answer. And later that night, Jim and his little sister sealed every door and window as children who looked like zombies were standing outside ready to break in. Yet somehow the night passed, and in the morning, Jim checked the bullets in his gun magazine, showing it was no toy, as the siblings again went out to play, only for the same pickup truck to return.
Bro, why you coming back?
The couple, much
Weirdo?
harsher in tone, again demanding to know where the parents were, and Jim lied, saying they went to town for supplies. But fooling 2 adults was never easy, as the smiling woman pointed out that town was hours away and insisted they would stay here to protect the kids until their return. And when they saw a mansion full of food and a working fridge, they quickly decided to remain, with Jack, the man, hiding their truck as though afraid of being followed. And in the silence of night, Jim secretly overheard them speaking, realizing they liked this place too much, so he took his sister to the safe room, as always a survival habit that had kept them alive. And by morning, Jack acted like the house was already his, making breakfast early, while calm Jim whispered over, "Before you know it,
it will be over before you know it."
And when night returned, Jim asked strangely if the time had come.
Is it time?
And his loyal dog sniffed him, then nodded as if to confirm. So Jim lifted his sister into his arms and locked her inside the secure chamber. While downstairs, the couple remained unaware of the danger looming, until the woman left for the bathroom and saw zombies hunched outside the window, quickly turning off the light, thinking darkness would hide her.
Yeah, like what the freak? Like, hold on. Like one thing, you feel me, that we're not gonna do is you're coming inside of my house acting like it's your house. That's what I'll be trying to, bro. I'm telling you, but some people be having the audacity. Like, bro, I don't know if you, like, bro, you will get murked. You know what I'm saying? Straight murk. But it's like, dang, bro, people really be having the audacity, bro. You know what I'm saying? You really be thinking like, bro, dang, people really have the audacity. You got the audacity, bro, to come inside this man, even though this little kid was lying about his parents going into town to get some groceries. You come inside this man's house, you know what I mean, and acting like it's your house. Like, you deserve to get murked. I'm not gonna lie, you deserve to get killed.
Suddenly, the door behind opened, making Jack suspicious as he pulled out his gun and froze in horror at the bloody sight of his girlfriend lifeless on the floor. And after that, the couple disappeared from the story forever, while Jim and his sister acted as if nothing had happened, and the next day they were playing outside again. Surely not the first time someone had tried to invade their home. Meanwhile, a long-haired man was trekking through the frozen forest, following traps in the snow, until he reached the mansion, where suddenly a little girl appeared before him. Jim was already pointing a pistol at him.
Dang.
And during questioning, it was revealed his name was Adon, a special forces soldier searching north for his missing wife, which surprised Jim because this man seemed different since Adon did not ask for food or medicine, only for his gun back. Jim then made a deal that if Adon helped and restarted the electricity in the mansion, he would return the gun. And when Adon asked where his parents were, this time Jim did not lie as he revealed that his father was a scientist missing for a long time, and his mother was an intelligence agency operative who had gone on a mission only a few days ago and was expected to return soon. And as Adon kept looking at the running machine, memories seemed to flood back into him, and he was shocked to learn that the entire mansion was actually powered by electricity generated from the treadmill. When suddenly outside the window, a zombie appeared moving slowly, and without hesitation, Adon grabbed an iron rod, rushed out and killed it. But when he returned covered in blood, Jim screamed angrily, asking why he killed it, since all the glass was bulletproof, and no matter how many zombies came, they could never break in. And though Adon was scolded, he began to feel even more compassion for the siblings. So he climbed on the treadmill himself and decided to generate power manually, running through the night until he nearly collapsed. And at some point, Jim's little sister approached, circling him.
Dang, so you telling me that we gotta run on a treadmill, bro, to keep the power up? Like, what would y'all do, bro? I got a question. What would y'all do? You know what I'm saying? If a zombie apocalypse actually was to happen. You know what I'm saying? I kind of be thinking about that sometimes. It's like, dang, like, what would I do? Because, like, when with I Am a Legend, y'all ever watch I Am a Legend, bro, Will Smith? You know what I'm saying? So basically, you know, that happened, bro. I don't know what type of zombies those was. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather deal with the Walking Dead than I Am a Legend zombies, bro. If y'all haven't watched I Am a Legend, y'all have to watch I Am a Legend. You know what I'm saying? No cap. I gotta watch that, bro. You feel me? Like with Will Smith, it is crazy. But basically, you know what I'm saying? It was this vaccine went wrong, and it was some type of, it was a vaccine or something, I don't know. But basically, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it was a vaccine. I think it was a virus. This virus, bro, just spread it out of nowhere. I think the virus was made in the lab, if I'm not mistaken. But it spread it, bro, killing half the population. You know, and freaking zombies, bro. You know what I'm saying? The virus that made people turn people into zombies, bro. Crazy zombies. And the zombies only came out in nighttime. You know what I'm saying? So it was Will Smith and a freaking dog. So they had to survive, bro. And it was crazy, bro. You gotta watch I Am a Legend, bro.
Moment before wrinkling her nose and laughing as she said he smelled bad before running away, making Adon rush to the bathroom for a shower. And soon after, the little girl returned with a hairpin to gift him, while Jim had already gone outside early in the morning to check the traps with his sister, as they did every day since that was their first line of defense. And once again, a living zombie had been caught in one of the snares.
Crap.
While inside the mansion, Adon ate breakfast before finding the old workplace of Jim's mother, where pictures and a car key lay on the table. And sprinting to the garage, he discovered the vehicle broken.
Hey, delete that. Delete that. You know what I'm saying? Delete that right there. You know what I'm saying? Delete that. You feel me? Somebody delete one of my mods. My mods. Delete his comment. Delete his comment, chat. Somebody delete his comment. You know what I'm saying? It's Jabra. Somebody delete his comment.
Room in the corner.
Hey, it's Jabra. You watch your dang mouth.
He thought it might be a tool room and tried to enter, but just then Jim, returning from outside, shouted loudly, stopping him. And after spending more than a day together, the siblings began to believe Adon was not a bad man, even no longer sleeping in the security chamber. Though strangely, Jim handcuffed himself for reasons unknown. And just before dawn, Adon was awakened by footsteps outside, realizing Jim had gone again on his patrol toward the same old trap, where yesterday's zombie was still stuck. And while Jim was still thinking, Adon arrived, believing the trapped zombie might actually be Jim's mother and about to grant her release. But Jim raised his gun once more and stopped him, making Adon furious as he stormed back to the mansion and forced open the tool room door that Jim had tried to keep him away from. Inside the room, a mat was spread on the floor and muddy claw marks scratched across the walls, showing clearly that a zombie had once been kept imprisoned there. And Adon's suspicions grew stronger when suddenly the sound of an engine came from outside as new survivors arrived, circling the mansion with weapons and bad intentions. And though Adon had no gun, he could do nothing, while Jim, returning from her mountain patrol, watched everything from afar, and her little sister waved frantically from the second floor window. But then Adon suddenly appeared and attacked directly, killing one of them, which gave Jim relief, as the others, seeing every window and door sealed, quickly retreated to their vehicle and drove away. And after this moment, Jim finally trusted Adon enough to return his weapon. Yet Adon felt a strange pull inside and as if it might soon be time for him to leave, though he was not sure why. And that night in his dream, he once again heard the desperate voice of his wife calling him, and by morning he had made a decision to take the siblings with him on his journey to find her, believing both his mission and their safety would be achieved. But Jim refused immediately, saying he would stay here and wait for his mother's return. And before more could be spoken...
You say you're going to stay here in your mother's return? Is that your mother? You know what I mean, little stupid boy? Did you have your mother in the closet? You know what I'm saying? Is that your mother tied up to a tree? I'm going to go ahead and tell you this, little boy. Your mother is dead, okay? Your mother is dead. Your dad is dead. The best option for you and your little sister is to go with the man. You know what I mean? You got to be real. Look, man, look, little freaking freak. Your freaking mother is dead and your dad is dead. You know what I'm saying? Most likely in a zombie apocalypse, bro, your dad and mom is dead. The best option, bro, is for you to come with me. You know, but one thing I ain't going to do, you know what I mean, is force no little brats to come with me, because in reality, all you going to do is slow me down in the first place. I'm looking for my wife and I got to worry about these two little brats. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to ask them one time. One time and one time only. Other than that, I'm leaving. Y'all survived here long enough. You know what I mean? You don't need me anyways. You know, but I'm going to ask one time. One time and one time only.
Chaos erupted outside as the same bandit returned with reinforcements and captured Jim's sister while guns were drawn on both sides.
Oh, I'm saying it's one thing about it, bro. One thing I realized, bro. One thing I realized about watching these zombie movies, and that's why I say human beings is so stupid. The time where humans need to stick together, like during the zombie apocalypse, right? Like even with The Walking Dead, it used to blow my mind. It used to piss me off. I'm like, okay, all these zombies are on one accord. Kill humans. Kill humans. All them zombies are on one accord. But you still got dumb human beings trying to kill each other while we in the whole of zombie apocalypse. See how stupid humans is? While we in a whole zombie apocalypse, the time where we need each other the most, you still trying to kill each other. So the whole time in The Walking Dead, I got to worry about people and I got to worry about zombies. Whole time you'll be thinking that, dang, I'll be thinking that we together. You know what I'm saying? One thing about humans, boy, stupid. I'm telling you, bro, God gave humans the most brain, bro, but humans the most stupidest boy I've ever seen in my life. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. Humans is stupid. They slow, boy.
Ready for a deadly clash until shots rang out from a distance, dropping two raiders instantly as Adon charged forward, rescuing the girl and discovering the shooter was none other than Jim's mother, Lena, a secret agent. Though in that moment, Adon himself was shot in the chest and collapsed, and nobody knew how much time passed before he awoke with his wound mysteriously healed and his body tied by rope. And Lana revealed to him the truth that normal infected lost their minds and were driven only by hunger and thirst, but a rare kind of special infected kept their intelligence while also gaining zombie strength, rapid healing, and disease immunity. Badly wounded, too much time passed, they would slip into a crazy mode, acting like mindless zombies. And Adon realized with shock that he himself was one of them. As Lena explained, he should have died from the bullet, yet instead he went crazy and recovered the next day. And she further revealed that Jim was also a special infected, and that it was actually who had killed the couple during one of his crazy nights, which explained why he handcuffed himself before sleep. And when Adon asked if the crazy mode could be predicted...
Hold on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let me go and hear this. Let me hear this again, bro. What the freak, bro? What, bro? So, I gotta replay this. I'm like, bro, I'm confused on why the mother effer ain't dead. You know what I'm saying? So why the freak you ain't dead? You just got shot in the chest? He just resurrected like Jesus?
Knew how much time passed before he awoke with his wound mysteriously healed and his body tied by rope. And Lana revealed to him the truth that normal infected lost their minds and were driven only by hunger and thirst, but a rare kind of special infected kept their intelligence while also gaining zombie strength, rapid healing, and disease immunity. Though if badly wounded or too much time passed, they would slip into a crazy mode, acting like mindless zombies. And Adon realized with shock that he himself was one of them.
Okay, so he got to get the freak out the house then. You know what I'm saying? If he's one of them, we got to get this freak out the house. Why is this freak still in the house for?
Lena explained he should have died from the bullet, yet instead he went crazy and recovered the next day. And she further revealed that Jim was also a special infected, and that it was actually who had killed the couple during one of his crazy nights, which explained why he handcuffed himself before sleep. And when Adon asked if the crazy mode could be predicted, Lena explained that Jim's dog had been specially trained to smell the subtle changes in his body and warn them. And Adon remembered the room with claw marks where Jim was locked during those nights. And just then another engine roared as Lena, carrying her daughter, dealt with armed militia led by a white-bearded man who already knew her since his own daughter had run away with a boy, leaving him desperate to search with his men. But Lena promised she would inform him if she saw them, so he left reluctantly. And that night Adon casually asked what this mansion really was, and Lena revealed that the National Security Bureau had long suspected the zombie virus could spread. So thousands of hidden shelters had been built across deserted regions, each designed with advanced security, strong construction, and independent energy systems. And while Adon felt restless thinking this knowledge could have saved many innocent lives, Lena sadly explained the truth about her family, as Jim and his sister were born with congenital heart disease, and their father, a biologist who first discovered the zombie virus, made a desperate decision when he realized Jim would not live beyond 3 years by injecting the virus into his son. And through a strange miracle, Jim became a special infected. But during his first crazy mode, he attacked his own father, who was bitten, and eventually turned into a mindless zombie, forcing Lena to kill her husband with her own hands. A revelation that left Adon shaken, yet filled with deep respect for the mother who sacrificed everything to protect her small family. And slowly Lena's trust in Adon also grew, until one day Jim's dog barked, signaling his condition was worsening, and Lena locked him inside while horrifying screams echoed through the room, breaking her heart. Though she silently sat outside knowing there was no other way, when Adon placed his hand on her shoulder and promised he would stand guard, showing the strength of having a man in the house. But none of them expected Jim's sister to suddenly collapse while playing outside, her heart disease flaring once again with no advanced medical treatment available. And Adon suggested infecting her with the zombie virus.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You got the look, you got the strongest cheekbone I've ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? I just had to say that, but you got the strongest cheekbone. Y'all see this man cheekbone? I'm talking about, bro, strong cheekbone having, like, golly, boy. You know what I mean? I just had to talk about that at first. You know what I'm saying? Cheekbone too strong. You know what I'm saying? But no, like I was saying though, man, you know, having a freak as a son, just like I said yesterday, you know what I'm saying, with reacting to that movie recaps, having a freak as a son is one of my worst fears. Y'all remember me saying that yesterday, man? Having a sissy boy and having a freak boy, you know what I'm saying, is one of my deepest fears. So the whole time yesterday, the movie recaps that I reacted to, the freak was not the boy, the freak was the mother. But in this movie recaps that I'm watching, the freak is actually the boy. You know what I mean? So I don't know why she's trying to keep the son around, you know, when he's a special infected. I don't get it. You know what I mean? But some people just stupid. I'm going to throw the child away. I'm going to give up on the child. I'm not going to keep him around when he, you know what I mean, endangers the family.
Like Jim in hopes of a miracle. But Lena refused, firmly saying Jim's survival was 1 in a million, and her daughter had already endured far too much pain. In the end, both of them decided to let the little sister go peacefully, and Jim, Lena, and Adon together carried out her final journey. And after that, the time came for Adon to leave.
He gotta go.
Jim and Lena begged him to stay, yet he stood firm and set out once again to search for his wife, leaving the home suddenly emptier as Lena and her children felt the silence of loss settle across the mansion. While in the nearby forest, the men of the white-bearded leader discovered the hidden car that Jack had once concealed, proving the old saying true, that tragedy becomes story, because the very couple who had once tried to seize the mansion were the same people who had run away with the white-bearded man's daughter. And now, with the vehicle's location exposed, the closest safe house was Lena's mansion. So the militia resolved to investigate it again. And meanwhile, Adon, sleeping in the snow, woke to the sound of hurried footsteps. And when he looked outside, he saw multiple tracks across the snow, along with fresh tire marks leading directly to Lena's home, filling him with anxiety as he sprinted down the path until he saw from afar that the mansion had been completely overtaken by the militia. And inside, the white-bearded man accused Lena of hiding the truth about his daughter, since his men had found a small belonging of hers in the house, leaving Lena speechless with no defense. While Adon quietly breached the perimeter, and slipped inside, where he discovered Jimster hiding in the kitchen. And after assessing the enemy numbers, he drew his weapon and moved through the shadows like a god of death, silently eliminating each guard until reaching the main hall, where multiple guns were suddenly aimed at his head. But to everyone's shock, Adon pressed a knife to his own throat, slashing it open, making the militia freeze in disbelief, while only Lena understood his intent as she quickly carried Jimster out of the hall. And just as Lena had expected, within moments, Adon fully transformed into his uncontrollable crazy mode, becoming an unstoppable force, tearing through the entire gang until none were left.
What the freak is going on, man? Like, yeah, man, it's some different. Bro slashed his freaking throat, you know, resurrected like Jesus again and turned into a crazy man. What the? This is crazy. This is crazy. Like, this is insane.
Crazy mode, becoming an unstoppable force, tearing through the entire gang until none were left. But this time Lena had not restrained him beforehand and was forced to flee with her son into the night as Adon's roars drew countless zombies swarming toward the house. And when morning came, Adon awoke to find the mansion utterly destroyed, and on the table a letter from Lena saying she and her son had taken the car north, and if fate allowed, perhaps they would meet again. And with a faint smile, Adon picked up the little sister's favorite doll, strapped it to his back, and began walking north. And that was the complete story of the film.
Yeah, that was the most craziest film I've ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it real with you. I've never seen anything like that a day in my life. You know what I'm saying? We're going to react to true crime, but I don't know what the heck I just watched. I just seen a man cut his throat, resurrect like Jesus, and then turn into a crazy man and take out a whole squad. You know what I'm saying? That was the most confusing junk I've ever seen in my life. You know, I thought it was going to be a regular zombie outbreak. We got the regular zombies, and we got the special zombies. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, bro. That right there was